Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. And boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. And I personally think egos and pride could result in boxing finding a way to lose if guys don't sit back, man, and start working together. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I think Dazn, I think they should make a bid for PBC, man. I think they should make a strong play. I know there's been some conversations taking place between Al Heyman and several platforms, Dazn being one. There's a whole lot of talks about, YouTube and Amazon Prime. And let me tell y'all something. Everyone's going to have an opinion, right? But most of the people who are giving opinions on this don't know a damn thing about trying to, find another network and work these kind of deals and negotiate things. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know either. But just with me being a boxing fan, I think that qualifies all of us to at least have a conversation. But what I'll say here is, I can't provide anything factual. What I will tell you is, seeing that Dazn, and I have my own thoughts about how Dazn entered the market of boxing. I have my own, thoughts on how HBO went out of business, now Showtime, and Dazn is still bubbling, and why they're still going strong. But there's something that I think should happen. I just think they should make a bid for PBC, man. I mean, Dazn is an app. It's really trying to grow the sport of boxing. I mean, Eddie Hearn is all over with Matchroom and Dazn in Australia, in Japan. The man's all in the Middle East. I think that now they're looking to go into Africa. If y'all didn't know, the Saudis are looking to go into Africa and expand. They got the pride fighting thing going on with Francis Ngannou, the PFC, where they have something going on in the Middle East and in Africa. So they're growing, man, and they have a lot of reach all over the place. So I just think it only makes sense to me that PBC gets up underneath that platform. Now, I'll tell you what, could you imagine Dazn having PBC, having Matchroom, and then Top Rank, I think it's in 2025, their contract with ESPN comes to an end. So they're going to have to do something. And they already have, pretty much Golden Boy fighting over there. And then you have all these major networks, or all these major promoters underneath one umbrella, the Dazn umbrella. And I just think that would just be amazing. The next issue would be, though, is just for these guys to start working together and start to try to make the best fights, which I think will happen, because I don't think Dazn is going to sit there and be okay with Heyman coming over to Heyman bringing his stable of PBC fighters to him and still not trying to make the best fights. You know what I'm saying? I really think that they're not going to go for that. I think it's at a point in time in boxing where that's no longer the answer, and fans aren't accepting that. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, for Paramount Global to come and cut boxing from Showtime, that means that boxing wasn't performing. Okay, it's quite simple. The ratings weren't there, the views weren't there, the money being generated just wasn't there. And I can tell you this, because a lot of boxing fans, I'm not one of them. I'm no kidding, a diehard, hardcore. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching everything. But there are a lot of these fans, they don't want to watch it unless it's, some big name they know. And some guys really get frustrated if they see a big name like Earl Spence, if he was a fight of nobody, or Gervonta Davis, he was a fight what they feel is a nobody. But when you get stuff like Benavidez and Plant, they're happy. And basically this whole year of what they got on PBC, a lot of people were happy. And the saying is, well, why haven't they done this over the last couple of years? And I don't know why, but I'm a common sense man. I like to have conversations, and when you look at it, I think Al Heyman was very strategic, and how he match made, and I think that's why we didn't see, as often as we'd like, the best PBC fighter fighting the best PBC fighter, and we definitely didn't see them going outside of the stable because he didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Why would I go to the grocery store to get something when I got it at home? You know what I mean? So or if I'm an electrician, why would I hire another electrician to come in there and work on something in my house when I can do the electrical work myself? So that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? But now we just got to see what direction it goes. But I think they should. I think it'd be interesting. I don't know much about Amazon Prime, and I know that they're making a bid for, I think, WWE, the Monday Night Raw or something. But I know there's a few pokers in the fire. They're trying to see what heats up. And then as far as with YouTube, I mean, they got the whole NFL thing going on over there, but I don't know. But what I will tell you is I do believe what Andre Berto said, where he's basically just praising Al Heyman and saying the best is yet to come, because obviously there's something in work or something that's been sorted out already. You can't make me believe Al Heyman is going to sit as a knee-jerk type person, a reactive type person. No, he's proactive. He knew that this was coming to an end a while ago. He probably already has a deal in place, which is basically going to be a turnkey kind of operation for his organization, PBC. So let's wait and see what happens. But I think Dazn will be a good deal. But I just would hate to see Pride get involved, because we know Ellaby, if it was his way, he wouldn't do it. Like, there's one thing Ellaby doesn't want to say ever to Eddie Hearn or Dazn is that, we were wrong, you were right. Like, he would rather have you put needles in his eyeballs, you know what I'm saying? He's just not going to do that. He would never give them the satisfaction of knowing that they were right. But the thing is, it's not like Eddie Hearn predicted it. These were talks that have been going on for the last few years. We didn't really understand when we'd hear Eddie Hearn talking about it. We thought he was hating. But, obviously the conversations came up years ago. So, and I even said it, there's probably like a 3-year long-range plan to have these amount of fights, and to by that 3rd year to be done with the sport, because of contracts, because of money issues, or whatever things were going on behind the scenes that we're not privy to. That being said, in the next couple months, we're going to get an announcement of what direction PBC is going. But I would not be surprised if they went over to Dazn. Matchroom is there, Golden Boy is there. And then in a couple of years, if they can acquire Top Rank, Dazn will control all the boxing. And we could see a serious momentum swing as far as how fights are made, and especially with fighters just strictly trying to fight underneath their promotional platform. With everybody underneath Dazn, I think a lot of these promoters are going to lose some control on how they matchmake. I just really think that's going to happen. And I think that's a good thing, because now we get to see everybody fighting and everybody getting paid, decent money. But at least we get the best fights. And that Dazn app is going to explode. That being said, y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.